Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are taking a really fascinating journey through a baby's first year of play. Now look, if you're a new parent or caregiver, you're probably feeling a ton of pressure to do things, perfectly. You might be scrolling through social media, seeing all those complex sensory bins and insanely expensive toys, just wondering if you're actually doing enough. But here's the secret. Supporting your baby's development absolutely does not require an advanced degree or some massive budget. We're going to demystify infant play right now and show you just how easy, natural, and totally pressure-free it can be to support your baby's incredible growth.
To kick things off, let me ask you a question that literally almost every new parent wonders at some point. When do newborns actually start to play? I mean, we usually picture play as toddlers running around with blocks or maybe kids kicking a ball in the yard, right? So it's super easy to look at a sleepy, swaddled little newborn and think, well, they can't even hold their head up yet. How on earth can we possibly play? But the wonderful truth is, they start playing from their very first days. Early play isn't about toys at all. It's completely about bonding and sensory exploration, making eye contact, talking to them, just a gentle touch. Those simple, loving interactions, that is play. Honestly, you're probably already doing it without even realizing it, and you're doing great. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with why early play matters, then cover 3 essential baby games. After that, we'll break down specific activities from birth to 6 months and then 6 to 12 months before wrapping up with adapting as they grow.
It is just incredible to realize how rapidly your baby's abilities are going to evolve over a single year. We go from 0 to 3 months focusing on smiling and tummy time, right into 3 to 6 months with bubbles and mirror play. Then the mobility kicks in. By 6 to 9 months, we're looking at crawling and peekaboo, and finishing out the year from 9 to 12 months with hide and seek and sorting. It is a really fast-paced, incredible year of growth. Let's start with Section 1, Why Early Play Matters, Building Brains Through Everyday Interaction. You see, play isn't just a way to pass the time between naps. It is the absolute primary way your baby builds physical, emotional, and cognitive strength. It's quite literally how their brain wires itself to understand the world around them.
And there's this fascinating contrast between newborn play and older infant play. Newborn play is intensely focused on sensory exploration. Listening to your voice, feeling a soft blanket, and emotion of bonding. But as they get older, that focus shifts outward to motor skills, cause and effect, and problem solving. Your role as a caregiver naturally evolves from being their entire world to being their trusted guide as they start exploring the world. Which brings us to Section 2, 3 essential baby games, the Pamper's picks for crucial early development. Look, if you only remember a few things from our time today, definitely make it these 3 foundational, highly impactful games that every single caregiver should have in their back pocket. The first essential game is tummy time. It's super simple. Just lie your baby tummy down on a soft, firm blanket, get right down there next to them at eye level, and give them a big smile. You can use toys or a baby-safe mirror to catch their attention, but keep it short. Start with just 2 to 5 minute sessions. This simple routine is absolutely crucial because it builds the essential neck and upper body muscles that your baby is eventually going to need for crawling and sitting up. Next up is a wonderful game called Monkey See, Monkey Do. Hold your baby face to face and just copy any expressions they make, whether it's a smile, wide eyes, or sticking their tongue out. Then switch it up. Make a new silly expression. Seriously, don't worry about looking ridiculous here. Just wait to see if they imitate you. Finally, narrate the action out loud. I'm sticking out my tongue. This brilliant game taps right into your baby's natural instinct to mimic, which is a massive driver for early communication and emotional connection. And our third essential game is the absolute classic, peekaboo. Cover your face with your hands or a cloth, ask, "Where's mommy or daddy?" and pause to build a little anticipation. Then uncover your face, give a big smile, and say, "Peekaboo." Try repeating this from different angles. And this brilliantly illustrates one of the most profound developmental leaps your baby is going to make. That leap is called object permanence. This is the understanding that people and objects actually still exist even when they are completely out of sight. When you play peekaboo, you aren't just getting adorable giggles. You are actively teaching your baby this really crucial cognitive milestone. You're helping them realize that even when they can't see you behind your hands, you haven't just disappeared forever. Let's move into Section 3, Birth to 6 months, the early months of sensory play and connection.
we're going to look chronologically at how to wonderfully stimulate your baby's senses without overwhelming their delicate, newly developing nervous systems. So, the crucial point here is that everyday household fun directly correlates to brain and body development. Take bubble blowing, for example. I mean, it's magical for a baby, but it also actively teaches visual tracking and eye coordination as they watch those bubbles float around. Or pedal pedal, where you gently bicycle your baby's legs on their back. That supports their digestion, helps relieve gas, and builds early motor skills. And a simple shake and rattle with a squeaky toy, that's building sound recognition and hand-eye coordination. The absolute best part is that these simple activities can be so easily woven right into your daily routines. Take chit-chat, that's simply narrating your day to build language. Just talk to them while you're folding laundry or changing a diaper. Or read aloud, using bold, high-contrast books during quiet time to hone their visual focus. Clappity Clap introduces rhythm and auditory processing, and a gentle Tickle Me game builds body awareness. You really don't need dedicated, scheduled playtime blocks. Play just happens naturally throughout your day. Now, let's shift the energy up as we enter Section 4, 6 to 12 months, moving, exploring, and solving problems. During the second half of the year, your baby becomes so much more mobile, significantly more curious, and really eager to interact with their environment in totally new ways. You can perfectly utilize basic household objects to support all this new mobility. Build a crawling course using soft pillows and cushions to teach problem-solving and gross motor skills. Or put together a treasure basket filled with safe, textured household items, like a clean wooden spoon or a fuzzy fabric swatch. This encourages independent focus and deep sensory exploration. And stacking towers out of lightweight plastic cups? Well, that teaches surprisingly complex physical concepts like cause and effect, balance, and fine motor control. And your home is quite literally full of these opportunities. Muffin tin sorting just uses a standard baking pan to teach object classification. Animal Safari Sounds boosts interactive language. You can even turn cleanup into a game with Packing Up, which teaches categorization as they drop toys back into a basket. A gentle carpet ride on a soft blanket builds balance indoors. And a simple puppet theater using an old glove can spark hours of imagination. You don't need a single expensive toy. You really just need a little creativity. This brings us to Section 5, adapting as they grow, evolving play beyond the first year. So what exactly happens when your little one crosses that big one-year milestone? Do you have to throw out your entire playbook and start from scratch? Absolutely not. You can keep playing the exact same games after age 1. You do not have to reinvent the wheel here. In fact, repetition is actually how toddlers reinforce their skills. All you need to do is add slightly more complex actions, maybe a few new variations, or some bigger vocabulary words to the songs you sing. The incredible foundation you built in year 1 scales perfectly into toddlerhood. Now, I want to take a brief pause right here to address a highly, highly common anxiety. It's a question that almost every new parent worries about. Is my baby understimulated? With all this talk about brain building, it's so easy to worry that a quiet afternoon means you just aren't doing enough to support their development. Let's look at how we can build a healthier, much more practical mindset for you. Watch for actual cues of understimulation, things like fussiness, boredom, or a lack of eye contact. But remember, the goal is never to overwhelm them. Try to limit stimulation to just one sense at a time. If they seem disconnected, gently re-engage with a new texture or a soothing voice. More often than not, just a short tummy time session or some sweet chit-chat is plenty. Honestly, reading your baby's cues is just as important as the game itself. I really want to leave you with this powerful takeaway from our sources today. Play is one of the most effective ways to build social skills, helping form strong emotional bonds, while building the foundation for empathy, cooperation, and communication. This right here is the real magic of what we've been talking about. You aren't just entertaining a baby to pass the time. The time you spend playing is truly shaping a human being. So, I'll leave you with this final, somewhat provocative question. How will you turn your next daily routine into an unforgettable game for your baby? Will tomorrow's diaper change feature a round of pedal pedal? Will folding the laundry turn into a chit-chat session? The opportunities for connection and growth are right there in front of you. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer, and have a wonderful time playing with your little one.